Welcome back. Today I'm talking about Australia and the United Nations. It's a big topic. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone is saying the UN is going to come in and invade Australia. Now, there's a reason I'm doing this video. I've done a bit of research. Now, a fella over in WA, his name's Rod, has found out that Australia has not been under the Commonwealth since the 70s. Well, I went further back. I went all the way back. We know in September the 2nd, that's when World War II stopped. On the 1st of November 1945, Australia signed over their membership to the United Nations. So World War II stopped on the 2nd of September 1945. Australia signed over their membership to the United Nations on the 1st of November 1945. We know history has been manipulated. Alright? We know the wars funded agendas. So yes, essentially, it pushed the United Nations agenda, which is downright disgusting. A lot of good men lost their lives through those years of those two wars just to push a agenda. How disgusting. Now, every law from 1945 until now in Australia is null and void. Police officers, judges, lawyers are null and void. So how do we fix this? We have protesting going on. Everyone wants to go back to the building block, which is the 1901 Constitution. So from 1901 to 1945 is our foundation block. That's our solid foundation in the sand. That's where we stand. I know a lot of people don't want the Commonwealth. I know a lot of people still want to be under the Commonwealth. Here's the thing. Since we have not been under the Commonwealth since 1945 up until now, what do you want? Do you want independence? Do you want a civilian-run government? Do you want a republic, or do you want a Commonwealth? We need to figure this out now before we can go ahead. And we need to work it out right now on what people want to do. Because a lot has been manipulated. Our laws are not laws. They are essentially a foreign government law that has been put into place since 1945. So everything is null and void. Alright? So with us coming together, we do beat the United Nations agenda. I know people don't see that, but it's going to be very clear really soon. People are resigning. Daniel Andrews' pandemic bill, if that passes, it's null and void. It's not a bill. It's not under the Commonwealth. It's under the United Nations. It's not for the people at all. It's for a foreign government. So it's null and void in this country. So Daniel Andrews, get that straight. Because if it goes through, well, Daniel Andrews, you don't work for Australia, mate. You work for the United Nations. So you're essentially not a part of our government. Our government has been manipulated. Our society has been manipulated. It's downright disgusting. And it has been for a very long time. So if we haven't been under the Commonwealth since 1945, do all laws need to be revoked? Yes, but you need to do this in the right way, especially a lot of criminal law, civil law, and all of that. Because once you start revoking laws, certain things will just get tangled. Now, I tried looking up what year the death penalty stopped in Australia. There's a few years that they talk about. So essentially, the death penalty in Australia still exists under the original Constitution from 1901 till 1945. None of this United Nations agenda is legitimate in this country. Everything is false, phony. It does not exist. We know what we want. We want our sovereignty back. We want our independence. So people will need to make a decision. Do we want a civilian government or a republic, or still stay under the Commonwealth? But the Commonwealth has been manipulated. So what do you want, people? So it's very interesting to see what happens. People are resigning in Australia and all over the world. They know what's coming. Greg Hunt has ties to the UN. Alright? So by him resigning, it stirs the pot. The UN pushed agendas for a lot of years. The fiat currency, taxation, basically to put you in debt. So this is a UN push, but we are resisting the UN push. Look at the WA protest yesterday. Police officers, fire brigade paramedics laid down their clothes. They don't want this UN agenda. So when people say, is the UN going to invade Australia? They already did in 1945. They did not need a war. It's a silent war. And they thought they won. But I'm sorry, United Nations, you lost. The people have come together. They don't want your crap anymore. So, with every law that's gone on from 1945 until now is null and void. Which means our gun laws are null and void. Which means everything really. Our death penalty essentially exists, but they have covered it up. Heaps of other laws that got stripped are null and void, but they are legitimate and they're still there, and we can use those laws. Every law now needs to be revoked. Every parliament member needs to be disqualified. They are not working under the Commonwealth. They are working under the United Nations. Send them out. Get them out. Push them out. I don't care how you do it. Just get them out. If there's police officers watching this, go and arrest these people. They do not work for Australia. They work for the UN. They do not have our best interests at heart. They rip us off and they push divide and they fund media companies to push agendas. It's disgusting. It should not be allowed in this country and shall never happen in this country ever again. Get rid of them. We do not want them here. Open up the old Melbourne jail. Open up the jail over in WA, the Fremantle prison. Open up Pentridge. Open up these old prisons, because that's where we need to send those people, and they need a civilian trial. A civilian tribunal. Because our system of government is not working under the Commonwealth or for the people, it's working for the United Nations. So thank you everybody, I'll see you in the next video and enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you enjoy this video and I'll see you shortly. Alright, so Thank you, and I'll see you very soon. See ya.